Alright everybody, how y'all doing today? I got some great exciting news today about Team Red. Yes, Team Red is going to shock everybody. Now we know we on this GPU shortage every day, trying to go ahead on and fix it. So what Team Red is doing is going to go ahead on and launch the new RX 6700 XT 12GB GPU. Yes. AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT has a release date. Finally, I can give y'all that release date. According to a tweet from Cal Kotlin, AMD is set to launch its next graphic card on March 18th. Yes, the RX 6700 XT is going to be released on March 18th. Wow. Are we all excited right now? Yes, but here's the thing. How much is going to be in retail stores? That's the question. But the ones who's been waiting on the next latest graphic card, whether it's the NVIDIA or Team Red or Team Blue, which is Intel, we are now finally go ahead on and get these latest gear in H2, still in Q1 of March. Yes, AMD RX series has already rumored to launch in March. We have already heard that the launch would happen in mid-March. Yes, they said they're going to talk about launching the card in mid-March. They didn't know when, but now we know. March 18th is the official set date for the RX 6700 XT to be released. Now, RX 6700 XT will be landing in 18th of March of 2021, which is great. Now, a lot of things about the graphic card that we know that's on the Navi 22 GPU. This is an upper mid-range processor that will also be offered in gaming laptops as well. So that's a good thing. If you are a laptop and you love to carry a mobile device around with you, some don't. Some like the desktop, stay home, get off work, relax, crank up your latest game, whether you streaming live on Twitch or you streaming live on YouTube. When you come home from work, all you just want to do is relax, crank up your latest game, and just ride off with it. Now, that's a good thing. The full GPU is expected to have 40 compute units, which equals up to 2,560 stream processors. The RX 6700 XT is expected to feature this configuration, leaving a cut down variant of the RX 6700 non-XT. At this moment, we only know that the RX 6700 XT has 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory across a 192-bit memory bus. This model will likely compete with NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 12GB. Now, let's take a pause right now. One thing both companies need to stop is stop competing and go ahead on and start bringing out more units for consumers to buy. We are on a, yes, I'm gonna say it, we are on a electronic drought. I'm gonna just call it, we are on an electronic drought. Yes, we are running out of PCs parts all over. The RAM is going to go ahead and make a price hike. The motherboards are making a price hike. The PC cases, power supplies, etc. are all hiking due to lack of units in the stores. Now we go on Amazon. Things, scalpers is getting loose with it. Well, really, I want to say some retailers, third parties, raise the car prices up for a little bit because they are running low on stock. Yes, we are on a GPU and a memory. Basically, we just on a computer component drought. And what are they going to do about it? All they say, oh, I want to compete with the NVIDIA GeForce. We don't care about the competition. We care about supply and demand. And what have y'all done to solve this issue? We will see late February and late March. Did y'all fix that drought problem for the consumers so we could be happy again? People got laid off from work. People started going to streaming. Doing a little more home business opportunities are now growing. And yes, but damn near everybody are building PCs. For the past 3 weeks now, going on a month. This Sunday makes a month that I have been watching new people build PCs all over the world because of the layoffs of COVID-19. Now, with the drop going on and etc., have NVIDIA and Team Red and Team Green and Intel, Team Blue fix this drop issue? We will find out when late February comes, when the GeForce, I'm going to highlight it, NVIDIA GeForce comes out. The release date on that is about, oh hell, the release date on that could be any time from Monday through Friday, from February 22nd through February 26th. Now they say they're going to come out with it on February 25th, but they might change that anytime soon. So, see, it says here with February 25th should be the launch date of the RTX 3060. We will see when NVIDIA do their launch. And Best Buy, our local retail store in Florida, have they fixed that demand shortage? Is when you can't buy them in the stores because of COVID-19. They don't want no long lines outside their building waiting on the latest tech gear that is coming out. Now, Micro Center, this is why the spread kept going. Y'all need to fucking do better. Excuse my language. Y'all really need to do better with that. Basically, just have them. In a way, it is kind of unique that y'all still doing that, but still the lines outside the building, but still it is only you gotta come there and get the product in the stores. Now, in those lines, if you got 100 people at Micro Center waiting outside the door, you might have about 25 to 50 scalpers waiting in line to get their hands on the card. Now, it has beneficial that one card per customer. It has gotten so bad that people sit down here throwing their paper picker list that you're supposed to take to the counter to purchase a car. They putting that on eBay and selling it for $500, $600, $700, $800. So scalpers, y'all need to stop it and just let us texters get our gear and be happy. Now, according to Countless Source, RTX 60, the RX 6700, excuse me, on that XT will be very limited at launch. Now, keep in mind, they said it right here. That means they're gonna be very limited at launch. That means that they ain't gonna have that many to hand out to the consumers. It may be 100 units in the store. It may be 200 units in the store. After those units sold out, that is it. We back on that drop again. So, what do you buy? We go ahead on and buy the old cards, such as the GeForce GTX 7080 Ti, the 700 series, and the GTX 900 series. Because I checked eBay, they are at a good, reasonable cost. Even though they might be 3 gigs for the 780 Ti, I also did my research onto that, stating that that is still a good gaming card at its demands. Now, with those said, I did a video about using Game Debate to make sure whatever games you play, make sure that your system and that graphic card, whatever source you pick, are compatible. Also, keep in mind, to all gamers, please, I am getting sick and tired of seeing videos of everybody buying GeForce GT graphic cards. Keep in mind and be advised that all GT models by NVIDIA are display graphic cards. You will not be able to game off a display graphic card. Why it is a display graphic card? Because it allows you to power up your monitor, and this for people who do not play video games, just want something to go ahead and enhance their screen, to go ahead and do small office and clerical work. That's what those cards are for, are only displays. So please, do not put up, oh, I just bought the GT210. Oh, I just bought the GT710. Oh, I just bought the GT this, GT that. Do not put up any models, because if y'all pay close attention to those cards, they are only for display, which it only be powered off at low consumption power. It is 75 watts of board power off from your PCI connection lanes, and it probably gives you up to power recommended supply unit is no more than 300 watts. Now, we all know if you are gaming at 300 watts, you are on a low display settings of 800 by 600. Who wants to play everything in slow motion? I damn sure don't. So, just keep in mind that the RX 6700 XTs will be very limited at launch of March 18th. Also, do not buy any GT graphic cards. If you do buy it, I'm just being real with you, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Just take your PCs and throw them in the lake or throw them in the ocean, because you do not appreciate gaming at its best. Alrighty, moving down a little further. Here is all the launches of the cards now. The Radeon RX 6700 XT, that is coming out March 18th. It is on compute units of 40 cores at 2460. Boost clock is to be told. We know the memory is at 12 gigabytes at G6. Memory bus is at 192-bit. The memory speed is unannounced. The total board power is from 211 to 186, and launch date is at March 21. Now keep in mind that the total board power is at 211 to 186. They did not mention the recommended power supply unit to power this card. Now we're gonna go ahead and get right into that. Now, this is from Tech Power Up on the AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT. As you know, it's on the Navi 22 cores at 2560. Bit is at 192, 64 ROPS, 12 gigabyte of memory size, GDR6, and 192 bit, which is 192 TMSU. Now, it says right here the cost was to be launched out in March 18th. Now, here's the thing about the to my knowledge, it is a 12 gigabyte card, so we all know it says suggested PSU is 450 watts. We all know that. I have seen it from the GTX 1080, 1066 gigabyte cards. They all push 550 watts power supply, recommended power supply, or better. Now, they said the suggested power supply unit should be 450. Keep that in mind. That might changes keep in mind it is a 12 gigabyte graphic card. So my recommended PSU should be about between 580 to 650, no more than 700. It might be based upon the RX 6800 graphic card series that came out. It might have that same recommended power supply unit. So just keep in mind that the power supply might be 580 to 650. So keep that in mind. So to all the people who's trying to get good graphic card, this probably be a good mix. If you cannot get that RTX 3060, this is a second best option. Is it a great option? Maybe. Only thing that AMD might want to start doing is trying to put some kind of studio reference into that card, such as like how Nvidia, some similar to what Nvidia is doing, but not exactly like Nvidia. You know, put your little studio, like you might have your little green screen in there, and also go ahead on there and add noise cancellation. So if you hear any background noise, you could go ahead on and cut that out. Now the main good features I like about the RTX 30 series is the studio, where you could go ahead on and do those two items I mentioned, but you could also blur the background out. That would be a nice good key feature to add to your RX cards. If you could add two of the 4 items I mentioned, that would be great. But it should basically, that would be nice. It should basically have the noise cancellation, the green screen, and the blur mode, the blur sensor, so you can blur certain things out in the background. Just have the camera just focus on you in full HD or 4K mode compatibility. Make the picture look clean, look clear. So AMD, if y'all listen, that would be a good feature to add to your cards, and that would be a strong, big influence over your competitor. Now, moving right along to the Intel users that's out there, Intel Rocket Lake S will be available on March 15th. Yes, Rocket Lake S will be available on March 15th. Yes, it is finally coming out for the 1200 series boards. According to the article, Intel will be launching its 11th Gen Core series, codename Rocket Lake S, on March 15th. Intel has only so far confirmed that the series will introduce in the first quarter, but the availability was not expected till early April. The new information would apparently suggest that the launch of the new series will happen sooner by at least 2 weeks. Intel has already launched a 500 series boards with full support of the Rocket Lake S and PCI Gen 4 and GPU and fast NVMe storage. Yes. So, to all the newcomers, yes, just like I have mentioned before, I have been watching almost going on a month now, newcomers building their PCs. So to all our Intel maniacs, if this interests you, then y'all are in store. If you already have the 1200, just make sure that your BIOS updated to handle the Rocket Lake S new chip. And if you do have the new 500 series, then y'all all set to go. Also keep in mind that it's, as you know, it's Big Brother's right behind it. Yes, the Alder Lake S on 10 nanosecond enhanced super fans will be launched in December. Yes, the Rocket Lake S 10 nanos enhanced super fast in December. HKEPC also confirmed the announcement of the 12th Gen Core series would happen in September as reported. However, it actually launch will not happen till December. So keep that in mind. If y'all looking for the Alder Lake S a little earlier, they pushed it down to December. When December, I'll probably say about the second week or the third week of December, before Christmas time, give y'all something new to buy. Yes, you're rocking a new Alder Lake S along with their, yes, as they mentioned, the Alder Lake S will require new motherboards with an LGA 1700 socket. Yes, so that will also be coming out too. The new LGA 1700 motherboards will also be coming out as well. This is necessary as the platform shift to DDR5 and PCI Gen 5 interface. The competition from AMD, may be slightly delayed till 2020. We already know that Dr. Lisa say that with the AM5 boards coming out in 2020, you will also get the new Zen chips. The 6000 series is on its way with those AM5 motherboards. So yes, look for those products in 2020. We can't wait to go ahead and see a good launch on that there as well from Team Red. Yes. So right now, here's the thing: with all this and new tech coming out, will there be enough to go around, or will we be back into that drought? CPUs for the AMDs are out of stock, which is the new 5000 series. The new Big Navi is out of stock. The new NVIDIA RTX 3000 series out of stock. Just like I just got the reading in the source information here that the RX 6700 XT will be limited. So those gonna be out of stock soon. Soon they come out in 30 minutes, sold out. Once again, we back to this thing again. Y'all coming up with all these new gear, new tech, new this, new that. Not enough to go around. So, to all my texters, I would like to hear in the comment, is it okay to upgrade with the new gear coming out? Or should we just go ahead and stick to the same and just go ahead on and suffer in defeat that, you know what, we are in a tech drought and we're going to be in this drought forever for a short period of time. How long? We don't know. When will it end? Who knows? With all this stuff, everybody doing their thing, such as getting into the cryptocurrency, doing stocks, becoming an investor, trying to find new gigs to go ahead and bring in new income because of the job loss for my previous president for not taking hands on to do what he have to do. But it is what it is. Now, with that going on, here's the Intel CPU series specs. You had your Coffee Lake that came out in 2018. Then you had your Comet Lake S that came out in 2020. That's the 10th gen. Now we got the 11th gen, which is due to launch in March 2021. Now we got the 12th gen, which is due to launch in December 2021. And now you got the 13th gen, the Meteor Lake S, which is to be announced. Yes, the 13th gen on the Intel 700 EG. This is interesting here because Intel look like they just came out the grave and just said, hey, we finna do this. We finna jump back on top and pass Team Red and threshold the throne forever. Do y'all think it's gonna happen? Who knows? I'm interested to see, because with all that good gear that AMD dropped out, the big Navi, they 5,000 chipsets, they 4,000 chipsets, and they had a 3,000 chipset which was battling with the 10th gen of Intel. With all this good gear coming out, what are we going to do? So like I told all my texters, do we upgrade? Do we stay the same? To the newcomers, just like I said, I've been watching a whole lot of new builds. And a lot of people smart like me, if the 3000 series are working perfectly from the Ryzen 5 3600 on up to the Ryzen 9 3950X, why change? Dumb processors are still dominant. Oh hell, them processors are volcano, earthquake massive. So you can do whatever you want to do with it. Now, will the 5000 series come up? I don't think so. I think the 5000 series has finally laid to rest. It's not enough chipsets to go around. I don't know if they got any chipsets to go. Every time I look on my PC part picker, so when they put up 3 and gone, it's done. So with Intel coming on strong, okay, Team Blue, that's what Intel is. I hope y'all could solve this drop we in. I was looking forward to y'all new graphic card, but y'all put it into y'all chipset, which y'all turned them into APUs, which that was a smart move, because we know AMD don't have that much APUs out on their Ryzen chips from the 3000 series. Yes, if you do find some, it's rare. If you look on PC Power Picker, it's rare. They have about like 5-6 for certain different models, but they supposed to be coming up with a lot of APUs coming out sometime by the end of the year. We'll see. But right now, a lot of people are pushing towards Intel. They build it with the 10th gen board, because Intel chips are APUs which have the 630 HD inside the chip. So inside the CPU, which is the Advanced Processing Unit, APU. So that's why a lot of people building with it. They gaming off of the onboard graphics, because the GPU drop we in. And I hope that y'all have solved this issue, because I am looking forward to changing my card to an RTX. If I can't get the RTX 3060, I'm settling on the RTX 2060. Or the 2070. That's it. And I'm buying it from the retail stores, so I would not be getting them off eBay, and I would not be talking and I would not be settling on anything on eBay, especially dealing with the GPU drought. Now, finally, and last in store, save the best for last, to all my MSI maniacs. Yes, Team MSI and Intel has revealed the new Intel kit for the Alder Lake S APU that is coming out. And this, I give it to MSI. It hurted me to my heart when y'all were caught scalping y'all graphic cards to a third-party vendor. It really hurt it. But just like I said, I ain't got no issues with MSI. It's just that y'all gotta go ahead and believe in your products and gain the trust back from your consumers like me. Now, MSI and Intel revealed kit for Rocket Lake S launch. It looks like MSI is stepping up its market game. The official review kit from MSI will features MEG Z590 Ace motherboard DDR4, 5333 megahertz memory, MSI new MPG core liquid, K360 cooler, and supposedly an Intel Rocket Lake S CPU. Yes, you get all that together in a bundle package. The kit was first seen on a live stream by a Japanese YouTuber who grabbed attention and visit from a MSI employee. The kit that is shown in the video does not have the memory nor the CPU in the packet, but it's supposedly mentioned that the final review kit have those components. Yes. And this is what the kit looks like. You got your cooler, your motherboard, and somewhat stashed up in here is the CPU. They got your different lines of boards they testing, etc. yada yada, which is nice. Moving right along. That's a big pretty package. I would like to, can't wait for them to go ahead and reveal the price onto that. I'll probably say that kit costs well about between $700 to $900 tops. You know, you got the cooler, you got the motherboard. I mean, the presentation looks nice. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. They ain't got the RGB and Mystic lights. That is interesting. Very interesting. They ain't gonna give you a good final look of the cooler, which they might break that down and sell it separately as well. But here they offered it into a kit where you get the motherboard, the CPU cooler, and the CPU all in one shot. Yes. And that's not bad. The video is 6 days old, as we see. It appears that the same kit has already been delivered to the press. The review kit was already received by Corner Jack, an editor at overclocking.com. So, to all the creators that's backs up MSI, etc., y'all might be getting y'all kit pretty soon. I can't wait to see y'all unbox it, test it out, do y'all thing with it. It is what it is. Y'all be happy, set up strong, push it strong. Alrighty, and that'll be it for this segment here. Go ahead on and hit the like button. Of course, I love my viewers, I love my subscribers. Without you, there won't be no me. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will be putting all the link and information in the description below, so I can go ahead and click on it, on the links in the description, and then I can go ahead and finish reading on more. It is great to do what I do. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed night, and I will see y'all again of the launch of the RTX 3060 12 gigabyte. Maybe I might go ahead on and come up with some strong information like, oh my gosh, I got my RTX 3060, woohoo! Or y'all just might go ahead and see a frown face, me dripping in tears, saying some foul language. I'm gonna try not to about this GPU shortage that our ex-president put us in. He just cut the productivity of everything to us to dust. So I like to thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.